In the ride, power to the people we shine, giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along. Join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong. With the host, we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along. Join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong. With the host, we belong.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Yes! Right along live. Welcome to the ride. Monday! On the ride. Yes, man. It's an amazing ride. How you guys doing? Yo! Yes, guys. So, nice to have everyone back on the ride. Reginald and Maddie, how you doing? Lacey J, how you do? Rhonda, how you doing, guys? As you come in, share up the thing and say, I share. In addition, I want you guys to do this for me. I want you guys to go ahead and at followers. At followers. You see many at followers? Everybody, like I'm doing right now, everybody that's watching will get notification that you just tag them. All right, so let me do it right now. Mary, how you doing? You good? Nice. So today, guys, we have Mr. Kennedy Budlall. Now, the first time Kennedy came on the program, you guys remembered a few weeks ago, we had this really engaging conversation, right? You guys remember that? But there was a lot of things that Kennedy didn't say or didn't want to say or didn't want to speak about at the time. But after that program, although Kennedy didn't really go rogue at that particular program, it spurred a lot of controversy. Everybody was talking about the last Kennedy Budlall interview. It was something that was just genuinely made for TV because, you see, Kennedy is in a very unique position at the moment, right? At the time when Kennedy spoke, Kennedy was, it was very obvious that Kennedy was, of course, supporting Peter David and heavily supporting Peter David. And at the time that we spoke, there was an NNP convention in the making, right? And if you know Kennedy Budlall and the history about Kennedy Budlall for many, many years, Kennedy has been, associated with both NNP and NDC in different times, right? But as of recently, he was, affiliated, very close to, well, depending on what you consider close to, but a confidant of Dr. Keith Mitchell, who was at the time the leader of the NNP. So we cut off the last time where Kennedy Budlall was supporting his candidate Peter David to go into the convention at the time. Days after that, Peter David withdrew himself from the race. You guys remember that? It seemed like it's many, many years ago, but it was just the other day. Following that, there was the NNP convention, of course, and Emmeline Peer was selected as the leader of the party. You guys remember that too. So Peter pulled out from the race. Emmeline Peer was selected as the leader of the party. And then Peter resigned from the party. Following that resignation of Peter from the NNP, we had a list of other resignations that followed, a trigger, domino effect. Constituencies, branches, supporters, So Kennedy didn't get a chance to speak on that. And there was another very, very, very crucial topical issue at the time, because just days before, Kennedy Budlall posted something on his Facebook page, which, remember, that the then political leader spoke about it and said that he would sort of summon an investigation, series of investigation, a serious investigation into the allegation that Kennedy Budlall waged against him at the time. We're going to find out more about that as well. So Kennedy is not afraid today to speak, because probably at the time he didn't want to suck all the oxygen out of the room, because Peter David was his candidate. So he was very reserved. But I was told that today, Kennedy Budlall is ready to speak it all. So what better platform? What better platform than here on Ridealong Live? There's no other better platform than Ridealong Live to air all of Kennedy's concern. But before we get Kennedy concerns, I must say two things, guys, and this have to be made blatantly clear as a disclaimer, that the views and opinion expressed by the guests on tonight's program, particularly of any sensitive nature, are solely those of the guests and do not reflect the views, opinion, and policies of Ridealong Live, its management, or its affiliate. Ridealong Live is committed to provide a platform for open dialogue while maintaining neutrality on the opinion shared by the guests. We encourage viewers to approach each discussion with an open mind and respect for differing perspective. And we, of course, thank you for that. We have to make that known and very clear, because some of the things that might be alleged was never officially confirmed in court. So without further ado, I got to tell you quickly before we bring on Kennedy, guys, I want to tell you quickly that we launched a new service here at Ride. Ride is sponsoring the program here today, and Ride just launched its brand new island-wide taxi service, taxi tour. You could get taxi pickup. Of course, you could, if you're looking for tour excursion. In addition, you could get airport pickup as well with our AC taxi, Ride AC taxi. All right, tell you more about that as well. So are you ready to hear Kennedy? All right, guys. I ain't gonna waste no more time, because I have a feeling in my bone that this would be a lengthy conversation, a lengthy discussion. Kennedy Budlall, how you doing, Kennedy?
Fine. Right along. Good to have. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. We good. How you been?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. So hold on. Before you go any further, I'm getting that audio feedback again. That same audio feedback that we was having earlier. I don't know, it's contrasting. So I want you to do the same thing that you did for me a little earlier, where you go off and you just come back on. You just click continue, join stream, and then you come back on. Because for some reason, the audio is glitchy. It's kind of glitchy. All right. So go back out, click the link, and come right back in again.
Okay.
All right. All right, cool. Yeah. We want the audio to be clear. We want everything to be nice, like the Isle of Spice. Somebody say Kennedy look relaxed today. Kenny has a lot to say, guys. Hopefully the audio don't mess up because in the meantime, while we wait for Kennedy to come back on, I want everybody to do this. Add followers the program. Add followers the program. So all your friends would get an opportunity to get notified that we are live right now. Lacey J, yes, so we're waiting for Kennedy to join us back on the platform. And one of the other things that was alleged in the last conversation, I see KB come back in. All right, KB, that was good.
Okay.
All right, let me see. All right, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, perfect. So we're hearing you much better now.
Okay.
All right, you're getting good at this, man. So how you been, KB?
I'm good.
Nice. You know, the last time we spoke, Kennedy, on this viral conversation right here on Ridealong Live, it was such a mixed review of our conversation. A lot of people called you all kind of names. They said that you was an attention seeker. They called you a traitor. You betray. They call you all kind of names, Kennedy. And by the way, that was just some of your friends, eh? That was some of your friends who referred to you with them kind of ways on radio stations and different places. What kind of feedback you got after our last conversation?
Well, it was negative and positive. You expect that. You understand? Because it is perceived I'm a controversial figure and I always step on people's cons. And I like saying it as it is. Even when my friends going on the wrong path, I will call them and say, hey, you're going on the wrong path. They may disagree with me. They may vex with me. But once I feel it's the right thing to do, it is your duty to tell your friends where they're going wrong. You make enemy. Yes, but at least you must sometimes stand by yourself alone. Even at the risk of losing your social acceptability with the people around you. You must stand for what is right, what is just, what is godly all the time. Even
your social acceptability.
Yes.
Were you denied from certain quarters after our conversation? Did people look at you differently? Did people
Well, some people, when I tell them good morning, they don't answer, but I could deal with that. That's okay. Because I convinced what I said was the right thing. And once you speak the truth, it's you, your conscience, and God. You don't concern what people say. You speak the truth all the time. And very few people, the reason why, evil is allowed to prevail is when too much good people sit back and say nothing.
Right.
That we experienced that in the revolution. We experienced that in different political parties. They see the leader going down a slippery slope. And for the own selfish, narrow interests to keep a friendly relationship with the leader, they allow him to destroy himself. Not me. Right. I'm a close friend of Peter. If I see Peter going down a slope, I'll say, hey, Peter, you're going down about a slippery slope. If he want to vex me, that's a matter for him. But at least I will die with a free conscience that I allowed him. He going down a dangerous path.
But why then? Why now? Is it that the first time that you see the person that you support, the person that you close to, Dr. Mitchell, who was your confidant for many, many years.
But
It's the first
you
time
always
see
have
him
that doubts, But with your friends, you always try to cover up for your friends, but over a period of time, you have to let loose. How long will you continue covering up for your friends? Dr. Mitchell's true character is being unveiled in the public every day. Things you never thought he was going to say. He's saying it. Things you never thought he was going to do. He's doing it. You could hide certain things for so long. Certain times it will just come. What you have in you, it will just come out. You could pretend for so long. You understand?
Right.
And I feel very, very sorry for Dr. Mitchell. He achieved so much academically, so much as a businessman, so much as a politician, and all this just going down the drain like nothing.
You mentioned it, so
sorry for him.
you mentioned it, so I'm gonna ask about it, the cover up, because over the years you've been alleged to being in a lot of cover up in many instances. What are some of the cover up? What specific cover up you were referring to, or you referring to?
Well, Dr. Mitchell is undoubtedly a controversial figure. Stabbing Mr. Blaze in the back, we all pretend that he was friend with Mr. Blaze, but at the same time, conspiring with Dr. Mitchell to take the party from Mr. Blaze. That is a cover-up. You understand?
You helped him. You worked with him.
Well, yes, I was part of that whole conspiracy.
Okay.
The next cover and embarrassment was the Bandaranti. You understand? When not 1 cent was brought back to the Grenada Treasury, when he was responsible for collecting that money. 2, the next biggest embarrassment was call center. When he admit taking government money and loan it to his family and promise to pay it back and do pay back 1 cent. We all cover up that.
Did that cover up play on your conscience then?
Well, at one time, yes, but his friends, you realize that he's going down. He just continued down that path. You understand? There is time you feel you keep covering up for it all the time, and you reach a stage where you just can't keep covering up, and at the end is the Grenada, the country that have to pay the price for his mistake. And as long, because Dr. Mitchell is a man of very poor judgment right now.
Right now. So
right now, he's a man of very poor judgment right now. He's not a rational thinker anymore.
Okay, so
because
hold on, I just want to get an understanding. So you're saying that wasn't him before. He was rational before. No, he's not. That's what you're saying. He's not a rational thinker. A couple of years ago, we recognized that he's not the real Kit Mitchell as before. He's not sharp as before. He's not a logical thinker as before. He's a man of poor judgment. Hence the reason why the NNP, as it is today, in chaos, in confusion, NNP will be like a political dinosaur in the future. It will extinct, all because of Dr. Mitchell. He's a man of poor judgment. You could just take your minister, use 78 years to take in the Ministry of Youth. Not a dead youth. You bring it to the party. All the young people, most of the young people in the NNP home migrate to the NDC. And he was not even aware the reason why. And one of the main reasons why they're supposed to see Dr. Mitchell as the mentor,
This is supposed to lead by example. And just imagine Ridealong. Take somebody like Uncle Tillman Thomas. If Tillman Thomas abandoned his wife and go and stay in the bush in Barrick up there with a little girl, that will shock you. You will say that's crazy. But that was one of the main reasons the young people of this country lost all respect for Dr. Mitchell. When he took a little girl, he's twice time his age, and go and live in the bush in Victoria. That is crazy. Every young person you talk to about that discussing the CKB, look, what kind of example this man showing? How could he do that in a Christian society? And the church said nothing. Emlyn Pierce said nothing. They give credence and legitimacy to that kind of immorality, like NNP moral compass boss. And you're wondering why the young people don't come in around. Because you're just not a good role model. As long as Dr. Mitchell remain in the new National Party, it will continue to unravel, continue to decay, continue to split right down the center. You move from 15 to 6, from 6 to 5, from 5 to 4, because Dr. Mitchell is not a rational thinker. He's a man of poor judgment. In his opinion, he feel he could get rid of Delma Thomas and still win because NDC is weak, is some rookie. Get rid of Peter David and his friend and we still win. NDC go break up in the next 2-3 years. So democracy within the new National Party is a no-no. He could go on the platform and call Peter David a cancer in the bowels of the party. And that is nothing, he could get away with it. He could say Peter David could never emerge because he's not from the bowels. And he could give direction to every political leader to delete every name they suspect will vote for Peter in the convention. So Peter had no choice but to leave. But Dr. Mitchell still convinced he could win an election, even though they leave. He's a man of poor judgment, he's not a rational thinker. And some people believe that because they always underestimating the NDC. They feel the NDC is going to break up. They cannot govern. It's some young, arrogant parliamentarian that would not able to hold the fort together. He made a terrible blunder. You understand? I was surprised in Parliament when Dr. Mitchell and Sister Emlyn Pierre crying about the lack of democracy, poor umpiring in Parliament, not giving justice. But at the convention, democracy was a taboo. When I came on this program, I said Roland Bulla is the umpire and he should resign. They vex with me, they turn on me. But here, you go in Parliament, making all kind of noise. The umpire were good, lack of democracy, so they had to walk out. But when Peter walked out for the lack of democracy within the NNP convention, they upset.
Right.
And not even that, I've never seen people so bold say.
Right.
Some of them still believe Peter David should walk out together with them in the parliament.
I want to get to that because that's the most recent thing. But I want to go back a bit. I have a whole segment I want to touch on that to get your perspective on the budget situation. But last we spoke, I asked you a question relating to a post, a social media post that you put out there on Facebook about certain individual who is alleged or was alleged to speaking to you about unaliving a particular individual. But you didn't want to answer the question. You held back, you refrained, you stopped, you thought, and you just danced around. You didn't want to go there at all. You didn't go there. after that, after that conversation, and after your post, the police, the commissioner of police was engaged to solicit an investigation. I heard that based on your comments that you made on your social media page, Dr. Mitchell was pursuing some kind of legal pushback against Kennedy Budlall. What happened there, Kennedy? And why aren't you not? Are you being charged right now? Are you being assessed? Or what's happening with that case?
Ridealong, let me tell you the truth. You try to press me to throw Dr. Mitchell under the bus, and I decided I would not go down that road.
Right.
Although I tried to protect him, although I refused to throw him under the bus, the next couple of weeks he get police for me. So I was home with my wife when I received a call from CID that they like to engage me. So they asked that I meet them at the Grenville police station. And I went. And they said, look, Dr. Mitchell wrote the commissioner of police, and he's seeking clarity about my post. So I had no choice more than to give them a graphic detail of what transpired.
What did
you understand?
What did you tell them?
Well, I make it clear that since he asked for clarity, nothing I could hold back. I said I was at my home when Dr. Mitchell summoned me urgently to a meeting, to meet with him, because I used to do, at that time, I do security for Dr. Mitchell. I was very close to him. I was one of his right-hand men. And I met Dr. Mitchell in a mood. I never see him in that mood before. His eye red, the muscles on his face tightened. You understand? He was emotional. And he said, KB, it's the first time I feel I could kill a man.
That's what you told. That's what you told. That's what you told the police officer.
That's exactly what I told him. I'm quoting exactly what I told the police officer.
Right. Okay.
So I asked him. I said, Doc, what happened? What is the problem? And he said to me, watch. Kit Clouden, follow him over town with a PA system, and he ended up in a traffic jam where Kit Clouden was saying, Jugman, get away from here. We don't want no jugman to run this country. And Dr. Mitchell said he ended up in a traffic jam, and people start gathering. He couldn't go up, he couldn't go down. And Clouden keep blasting, because at that time, they had falsely accusing Dr. Mitchell for involving drugs. And the opposition felt is the best thing to do to damage his character. So you had Kit Clouden behind him with that PA system. Jugman, get away from here. We don't want no jugman. I quoting Dr. Mitchell. We don't want no jugman to rule this country. He said, KB, I'm not taking it. We have to deal with Clouden. You want him dead. So I said, Dr. Mitchell, you kidding about this?
He told you that he actually
said quoting exactly what the man tell me. I'm giving you the whole story.
And that's what you also told the police officer.
I told the police that.
Okay.
So yeah. Right. So I said, all right, I will do some intelligence on Kit Clouden. You understand? But I understand Kit Clouden was living somewhere in Archibald Avenue. Understand? So I went back and tell Dr. Mitchell, I say, watch. It is impossible for me to use my transport. You understand? Because my transport is a Mack transport. So we have to get our Mack transport. You understand? If you want to inflict any kind of wound on Kit Clouden. He said, get one, get one. So I said, well, all right. I contact my friend Jeremy Cummins Dogmas, who was in the army with me, to look for a transport, on Mack transport. And I suggest to him, he should buy the transport, because I don't want to go and purchase any transport. So go to Dr. Mitchell and collect the money to buy transport. He said, all right, fair, now I have one for about $5,000. We could break him down. So I'll collect the money from Dr. Mitchell. He went and he collect Dr. Mitchell, give him a check directed to the bank, Institute to the Bank of Nova Scotia. You understand? To buy the transport so that we could use that transport to inflict bodily harm to Kid Clouden. So we discussed it, he collect the money, he go to Bank of Nova Scotia, he change it, and we decide we go share the money because we didn't feel Clouden deserve what Kid Mitchell wanted. You understand? But what bothered me, Dr. Mitchell didn't give cash money. He give a check. What bothered me, Dr. Mitchell know have do this kind of secret holding for him. I never see a man careless so. You still go juking up the bail matting after 42 years. What do you expect? There is honor among thieves. And when you break that honor, what do you expect? He didn't. I doubt Dr. Mitchell really wanted to go to the police, you know. But I think people pressure him and tell him, well, look, if KB could make this kind of damning statement about you, you're supposed to go to the police. So he was forced to go to the police. You understand? So a couple of weeks I find the police don't go in and engage my friend Daigo Peters, who I mentioned about him, about this thing 20 years ago. They don't go into Jeremy Cummins, who received the check from Dr. Mitchell and go and change the check. So I find something wrong.
And
so
all
I
of
met
these
the police.
All of the individuals that you gave the police,
yes,
they're still alive,
yes.
right?
So, yes. So I go to I meet the police. I say, what happened? How come you stop the investigation? I said, the man tell everybody you're telling lies on him, and I give you all the information. You go and connect it. Because once there is a meeting of the mind, and the parties agree to commit any offense, there is ground for conspiracy because there is a meeting of the mind and you agree. So I said, no amount of Pontius Pilate basement could wash Dr. Mitchell. He agreed, and there is supporting evidence, not only from me, but for other people who he gave the check to buy the undercover vehicle. So I couldn't understand why Dr. Mitchell chose to go down that road after 40-something years of the Belma issue. He's still going, trying to get at me. And me and the man was friends. There is honor among thieves. How come he could be so careless? So I don't matter how much press you press me the last time, I decide I was not going to go down that road. I threw him below the bus. But once he get police for me, that is a red line. He disturbed my wife, he disturbed my children. I have a son in the army quite in England, calling me dad. Oh God, take it easy. Now what trouble you giving again? Look, I hear police coming in your home and disturbing my whole family, all because of him. So what do you expect me to do? Fold my arms and roll over? Because his idea is to, everybody close to Dr. Mitchell, he tried to destroy the character. Anybody. I visit Dr. Mitchell about 3 times after the election. Every time I go by him, KB, the can is gay, you know. The can is gay. I ain't telling him nothing the first time. The second time I go back, KB, the can is gay. He want to use me as his political cesspit tank to go to destroy the can. So I said to myself, what's wrong with this man? He can have a child with my cousin Ramdeni. You understand? Dr. Mitchell can make children. He's King Mafudai. He can make children. But he always wants people to destroy other people's character. And it's a bad habit he have. When you go by him, he don't discuss issue and policy. He discuss people. I sorry for Sister Emily Pierre. The amount of bad mouth he give her. I was in a meeting with Prescott on the last time. When Prescott tell you the dirty things Dr. Mitchell tell him about Emily, I can't say that on the air. No, because she's a battered woman politically. What I could say is what he told Miss Pamela Moses, that Emily Pierre is not a good woman. She don't like people. Nobody could work with her. She cannot be trusted. So Pamela Moses have her resignation letter waiting for Dr. Mitchell to call her and tell her to support MNP. People close to him, it destroyed them. Not only Deacon Mitchell, he go. Listen, I was listening to the radio the other morning, and I hear Pastor Lewis making statement that if it was his wife, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell called Mother Hen, he was going to take holiday from God and deal with Deacon Mitchell. I listened to him and I smiled. I said, that man is such a big hypocrite. Kit Mitchell give him $2,000, Pastor Lewis, to go on the platform and lie and say Peter David pull gun at the father. And Pastor Lewis tell us Kit Mitchell send Big Belly Bala to collect him in Lafayette with a green car to go and do that to Peter David. And so it's not the first time Pastor Lewis taking holiday from God. He accustomed taking holiday from God. So not Pastor Lewis, I just want to remind you. I just want to remind you, Pastor Lewis, that you want to deal with Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, because in your opinion, you feel he wrong to use those terms. I feel he shouldn't use those terms in Parliament, to be honest. Those words, those suit the Parliament. But you are accustomed taking holiday from God. You took holiday from God when you collect that $2,000 blood money from Kit Mitchell to destroy Peter. So if you believe Kit Mitchell will change,
that's alleged because we don't have.
The point is that I don't hear it from nobody. I hear it from Pastor Louis Mountain, and he don't tell me alone that, you know.
Okay.
He tell a few of those that, you know, in presence of Master Carl Clayton and other people, you know. So that is why I'm bold enough to say that.
Okay.
He didn't say that by himself. He didn't tell me by myself. He said that in the presence of other people. So Pastor Louis, you understand? You cannot say you're taking holiday from God now to deal with Deacon Mitchell. You are accustomed to it. And the point is that all you're not supposed to support Kit Mitchell in destroying other people's life. That is what he does. Anytime, in his opinion, somebody is bright, intelligent, especially if they're red skin, he destroying them. Why you think he go after Brizan? He red skin. Why you think he go after Morris Bishop? He red skin. Why you think he go after Kenny Lalston? He red skin. Why you think he go after Tillman Thomas? He red skin. Why you think he go after Peter David? He red skin. Why you think he go after Franca Bonadin? He red skin. Why you think he go after Mr. Steele? Anybody have that high color? Because Dr. Mitchell have a serious inferiority complex. And that complex, no panacea in the world could cure that disease. If I don't believe he go stop the Janty thing, look at making it. He using the Janty thing until election come, because he feel that is one way you could destroy Deacon Mitchell. Even the police will call and say, KBL, you talk to the man now, tell the man to leave that alone. He will never go off the Janty thing. Himself, I'll bring him by Donovan to beat him with Checheret, he go still behave so. Himself, I'll bring him by Pastor King, he won't change because he man do a class.
Can I hold on 1 second? I have to put this in right here. Again, guys, we have the disclaimer that the views and opinion expressed by the guests on tonight's program, particularly of any sensitive topic or issue, are solely those of the guests and and do not reflect the views and opinion of the policies of Ridealong Live, its management, or its affiliate. Ridealong Live is committed to providing, of course, the platform open dialogue while maintaining neutrality and the rest of the information there, which is very, very important to note. Kennedy, two things I want to ask you there, right? You made a damning allegation against Dr. Mitchell, but yet that didn't change your perception of him. You still continue to rock and roll with him. That didn't make you look at him any way like how you're looking at him now. So if he could make these damning allegations to unalive someone and you still maintain his friend, what does that say about Kennedy Budlall?
But you see what happened? You cannot say Dr. Mitchell didn't contribute to the development of this country. You know? You look at it there, yes, he may have his bad side to him. But you cannot say he did not contribute to the development
Right.
of this country. You understand? I may see that negative on him because there is a little bit of good and a little bit of bad in every human being. Nobody is completely bad or completely good. That is not true.
Right.
You understand? So I leave allowance for that. But he reach a stage now where Dr. Mitchell get worse. He is not a logical thinker. And longer he stay with the new national party, is he going to continue to deteriorate. So my advice to them is to get Dr. Mitchell out of the new national party. I wouldn't support the national party anymore. Neither I no campaigning for the NDC. I wouldn't vote for NDC. I don't campaigning for them. But I will say I have respect for Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, and I feel he's doing a fairly good job, in my opinion. You understand? Not say I'm campaigning for him, I won't vote for him, but I feel that you voting a young, inexperienced bunch of people into government, and Grenada is still a relatively peaceful place.
Yeah.
You understand?
Kenny, I want to touch back on two other things, right? There are a lot that we have to cover still. But after you made these allegations to the police, you're saying to date, the police did not come back, arrest, there was no summons, you were not charged or anything after this post that you made on your social media and things that you continue to say. There was nothing after you made those information clear to the police, right?
I hear you now.
Yeah, I'm
You
saying.
hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm
go
hearing
ahead.
you.
Yes,
After
you're
you made
correct.
those claims, right? There was. Go ahead.
What happened? I find the police, there is a lull in the investigation. I don't hear anything. I contact most of my friends who are, a lot of them, the police will engage them soon, and they should cooperate with the police. So I met one of the chief investigator in town, in St. George's, and I said, what happened? How come you abandoned the investigation? And I surprised the man said, KB boy, after we briefed the boss afraid. I said, how he could afraid? How he could afraid to get police for me? Because mental strain to my family. No, he afraid. He don't want me to speak out. He don't want people to believe he's that kind of person. He want to look good. He want to protect and defend his character. But all his life is to destroy other people's character. So I say, all right, once you get police for me, I will expose you. And the police should charge both of us for conspiracy, because there is no evidence to ground conspiracy. Meeting at the mind and agree to inflict bodily harm on some innocent gradient. I said, you should charge both of us, you and Mickey Mitchell. I said, because I'm certain no amount of Pontius Pilate basin could wash you from that one. If you feel you want to protect your character, but destroy everybody else's character, you're going after Dickon Mitchell, you're going after Peter David, you're going after Emlyn Pierre, everybody, you decide to destroy the character because you feel you have the God-given right, you alone must be seen as the star to run this country. Anybody else, they are fault, and you must destroy them. But right along, I overheard a tip from Kip Mitchell brother, Dunbar, saying that Emlyn Pierre could never beat Dickon Mitchell. Listen, I listened to that tip. And we asked why Dunbar was say certain things like that. We all know he wanted Dr. Mitchell to stay. But why make those statements for the NDC people to tape you and prepare to play that tape around election time? I listened to that tape and said, Lord, these people only want to use people conveniently. They treat people like commodities to be bought and sold at their own whims and fancy. People are human beings, they are feeling. And that is Kit Mitchell. You must always be an asset to him. It doesn't matter the amount of sacrifice you make. Once he see you as a liability, he throw you in the dustbin. He treat you as commodity, not as human being. And it's time for you to get out of people's political life. I'll give you a story that will shock you. One day I was home, and Dr. Mitchell drew up to me and tell me he had a problem with the A-team. We went and we get rid of the A-team and give him what he wants so he could govern peacefully. The person who was more vicious against Kit Mitchell was a guy named Jimmy Swaggart, the one driving, Teddy driving Dr. Mitchell now. He was really hard against Dr. Mitchell. He called Dr. Mitchell a stinking, dirty dictator in McDonald College. The morning, Dr. Mitchell called me and he said, KB, I have Jimmy Swaggart and Archibald on their knees here. They come and they begging me pardon. I tell them, behave themselves and go back to work. Doctor, let me tell you, Jimmy Swaggart get tame. Mitchell bring him to the knees.
What's that?
The A-team is when the Borg, Renald Benjamin, Dennis Campbell, Winston White, Prescott Swan, and them was challenging the authority of Kit Mitchell. And he decided, when I said, no, Dr. Mitchell, you can't get rid of all these people at the same time. He said, what? When I win for them to give me trouble? Go and meet Cap ahead and all you go and deal with dealing with that now. He don't want nobody. But that time, I was his right-hand man. I was like his political slave. When he said jump, I jump. You understand? I was so close to him, so loyal to him. He bring Jimmy Swaggart to his knees. From that day, Jimmy Swaggart tame. Up to now, Jimmy Swaggart is his driver. Jimmy Swaggart never question him or even oppose him again. That is what he does to people. Bring them to their knees so they will never oppose him. What you think people like Miss Clarice Modest will never oppose him again? He bring them to their knees. He loves who he cannot bring to their knees. They out. What you think? When you think my friend Dr. Bridgman out? Why you think my friend Derek Sylvester out? Why you think the young Calypsonian out, everybody away from him? Because he cannot bring them to their knees. They go. Akima Paul, all these people just run away from him. They can't stand him. He too corrosive and he going after people character. Let me just hold a conversation. We don't have no conversation.
We don't know evidence that Akima Paul is not affiliated with the party.
But based on my evidence and what I was told, what I heard, she doesn't want to have nothing to do with Dr. Mitchell, where leadership is concerned. Same thing with Derek Sylvester. Same thing with Dr. Bridgman. Same thing with Peter David. People just cannot stand Dr. Mitchell. He's too corrosive. He's too antagonistic. You understand? His aim is to destroy anybody who have leadership ambition. He will move with you. But when you end up in any conversation with him, he discuss people and not policy. I had a conversation with the Honorable Deacon Mitchell when he launched his campaign in Tivoli by Daigo Shop. I drilled him for more than half an hour. Not one day he mentioned Dr. Mitchell's name. Not one day he attacked anybody. And I say, he answered all my questions. I said, Deacon Mitchell, you passed the test, but you have a steep mountain to climb. Finally, let me ask you the last question. Who will be your messenger? Is it Kem Jones? And Deacon Mitchell said, no, I will be my own messenger. I will be the face of my party. I will be the face of this country. And he's right, because he's so unbelievable. And the way he put himself on national television, it appealing to young people. Compare the way Dr. Mitchell appear on national television. Compare it to Mitchell. I don't campaigning for Deacon Mitchell, but you deal with facts. You deal with reality. You understand? You deal with facts, reality. Man is just not a logical thinker anymore. Understand? Right. And
let's shift gears a bit. Guys, you're watching Ridealong Live, and we're speaking here with very controversial Kennedy Budlall, waking up a lot of things that we had no consciousness of, sharing his story. And he mentioned allegations of what transpired, where he and Dr. Mitchell had this conversation. It's alleged that they had this conversation. And later on, the police was sent to question Kennedy Budlall. And Kennedy is saying, he just gave us a graphic description of what he told the police and what the police now have in their file, including names that attached to individual that was also associated with the conversation. So we're going to see where that goes from here. But at this point, Kennedy Budlall is out after his allegations on Facebook, so boldly calling Dr. Mitchell's name in these allegations. Nothing transpired after the investigation started. So let's move into a second gear, Kennedy, because wow, the time flying real fast. You hinted briefly on the briefcase saga, the briefcase issue, because that has been something that I don't know if Grenadians really got full clarification on that briefcase scenario. What do you know? What could you tell us from what you know firsthand, personally, not what somebody told you?
But I don't have much information about the briefcase, All I knew is that Dr. Mitchell said he spent his own money for travel and he was reimbursed. The person who made the most noise over the briefcase is is our friend, that went to Munich.
Oh.
Whole meeting. And said he had evidence of the briefcase, only realized he couldn't come up. Michael Baptiste couldn't come up with no evidence. So I think Dr. Mitchell, was, I say let off the hook, or I wouldn't say, well, there was no hard evidence to incriminate Dr. Mitchell over the briefcase, because all the noise Michael Baptiste make, he didn't have no evidence to tie Dr. Mitchell with any illegal stuff.
Right.
So I wouldn't want to zero in on that when I haven't got evidence, over the briefcase.
And I appreciate that stance. What about the failed shrimp farm in St. Mark?
Again, well, the point that this one is like an embarrassment for the new National Party. But Dr. Mitchell is a businessman and he take risk. It happened that he go down the drain and he leave us with the investors with the bitter end of the stick, and he provide a bad image for this country. But as a businessman, you take risk. Some will succeed, some will not. I don't hold that one so much against Dr. Mitchell.
Right. Okay. All right. Good that we cleared that up from your perspective. And I like if you don't have the information and you don't have it firsthand, that you don't disclose, because then we don't want to get in here say he say she say back and forth, right? Let's talk about moving a little bit quicker, closer afield. The recent convention, NNP convention. When you were here last, right before the convention, of course, everyone knew that you supported Peter David and you wanted Peter David to be nominated as the lead at the head of the party. It was a fast shot because, I think a lot of things was the wind was blowing against Peter David, and a lot of people said you coming on the program didn't make it any better for Peter David, or probably did. I don't know. But what was the consequence? And tell us, what was the consequence you find about that convention where Peter David dropped out and Emmeline Peer was then selected. What's your whole view on the convention?
Well, the biggest winner in that convention was the National Democratic Congress. Because when you come out of a convention, you must come out of a convention more united, with more confidence. Anytime you come out of a convention, break up, disunited, you're in real trouble. And that is what happened to the new National Party. They did not get a bounce, a bump out of that convention, because the convention was not fair. And too much of the key political activists was marginalized. Even some key people in Sister Emmeline Peer constituency that was in her executive, she marginalized them, deleted them because she suspect they're going to vote for Peter David. Now, how are you going back to these people? Most of them are your frontline hardcore workers. How are you going back? You're going back now and beg them, but no, that is a red line. And Dr. Mitchell's campaign was too corrosive, too antagonistic. Every platform he questioned Peter David, and Peter David was not answering him. He's not responding him, but he can't help himself. His aim was to destroy Peter once and for all. Calling Peter David cancer in the bowels of the party, and his friends are cancer. So that is red line. Peter David had to move out, so the party, the NNP, came out of that convention more disunited than any other time in their history. Low morale, broken spirit, lack of confidence. And you came out there weak at the test of a good leader. It's not how you get in, but how you get out. If when you get out is worse than when you get in, that is an indictment against you. And NNP came out of that convention much weaker, almost defeated. There is smile on the face of a lot of Peter David supporters. There is smile on the face of a lot of NDC supporters. But you don't see in the NNP people smiling. They sense something wrong. They start smelling defeat. Because their leader, the man who pulled the string, is a man of poor judgment, Dr. Mitchell. He's not a rational thinker anymore. Look, man bowling Hapan Japan out Chris Gayle, he still want to go in World Cup, He still feel he could hit ball for 6, I tell Chris Gayle, you time up. You can't hit ball for 6 again. Same thing with Dr. Mitchell. He convinced he could still do what he used to do before. He still feel he's that popular as before. They're not logical thinkers anymore. I tell you, man bowling Hapan Japan out Chris Gayle, he still want to go in World Cup. All what they telling Chris Gayle, you can't make it again. It's in the mind, but the reflex not there. You're not as sharp as you used to be. He have to understand. But how you going to get him to understand that? Because the ego is so big. He cannot understand the time up.
Well, he resigned. Not resigned, but he stepped down as leader of the party. Emmeline Peer emerged, and then he just recently gave up power for the opposition to Emmeline Peer as well. Isn't that a sign that he's starting to recognize that it's time for him to move on?
Politics is perception. The Grenadian people believe he still have all the power. The Grenadian people believe he still want to go back. The people believe he's still calling the shot. They still convinced he's that financing her. They still convinced whenever she go in parliament, is he that telling her what to say. That is the perception that he's still in charge. He may relinquish the post as political leader, relinquish the post as leader of parliament, opposition leader. But the perception in the society is different. Is how people feel, not what is true or false, but how they feel, how they think. The perception is that he's still in charge because he always saying the thing is his. Is he personal property? Is he personal kitchen garden? He deciding, he calling the shot. That is the difference. If you see, look at Uncle Tilly. You think Uncle Tilly calling any shot? No. Anytime they have any big session, they calling Uncle Tilly on the stage. He going and shake hand, but he don't get involved into the day-to-day running of the new national part of the NDC, the National Democratic Congress. He move himself. But Kit Mitchell can't afford to move himself because that power add to his status. He feels small, insignificant without that kind of power. That is the problem. And what you could do about that is his ego and his complex. Serious inferiority complex. You can't do nothing about it. Nothing is a disease. No panacea could heal.
Now, in a recent interview about 6 months ago, I heard the interviewer ask Dr. Mitchell if he planned to be an MP, right? If he planned to be an MP other than the leader of the party. That question was asked to him. And he said, essentially, that he would not, and again, I'm not quoting exactly what he said, but that was the feedback that we got from the conversation. He wouldn't be a MP under anyone. Instead, he would be the leader of the party. That was my understanding of the conversation. Do you believe someone is calling you, KB?
Around that time, my wife was called.
Okay.
No, I'm on Ridealong today, so she called this stubborn. I'll cut off.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, do you think that in some wild imagination of Dr. Mitchell, that somehow he would relinquish authority here and then somehow he would pick back up again? Do you think that even the party supporters going to accept that?
I don't know what is in Dr. Mitchell's mind, but I don't believe he could make a political comeback. I believe he still want to stay behind the scene and call the shot. But I don't believe he want to be upfront to face another humiliating defeat from the NDC and Deacon Mitchell. I don't think he wants that because he was so devastated that last defeat. I don't think he wants Deacon Mitchell, upon Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, to give him another flogging. So he will do the polls. And if you see the polls is really swing against Sister Emlyn Pay, he live in Sister Emlyn Pay and she mess and he go, he wouldn't want to be part of it. If after taking the polls, you see there is a possibility that NNP could emerge, he may stay around to get the glory. But if he convinced that no way out for the NDC, for the NNP, it is impossible for it to win. He don't take it. He don't stay around and take that defeat. He go too big. He wouldn't stay around.
Yeah. Let's move again. We saw the NDC convention, right, in Happy Hill area, in his constituency, Northwest, St. George. All indication is a big turnout. People seem excited. It was a contrast from all reports from what we saw with the NDC convention. What was your take? And what is the narrative behind the NDC convention that we saw a few weeks ago?
Ridealong, I visit many convention before, many rally during the revolution. But that NDC convention and rally shocked me and blew my mind. I've never seen such passion such energy, such enthusiasm in a convention like that. It was well organized. It was well attended. And that convention sent shivers down the spine of the leaders of the New National Party. They panic because Dr. Mitchell was telling lies to the NNP supporters all the time, saying that NDC is a bunch, a rookie, government go fall in 2 years, 1 year, and in difficult times for NDC to that kind of support, with that kind of action and energy. It shake them. The morning you put on the radio to hear the comment. Not one NNP call Shaggy that morning, all of them one sleep. It shocked them because somebody was telling lies to them. The same thing they were saying 15 again before the election. Go back telling the NNP the same thing. But the reality struck them in the face. They're right now in panic mode. In panic mode. They don't know where to turn, what to do. Now some people saying, why boy, Peter David go, he go cause NDC to win. Delma go, they go cause NDC to win. But you make them go. How come you don't realize you move from 15 to 6, from 6 to 5, from 5 to 4? People still resigning. Instead for you to be progressing, you're retrogressing. That shows somebody is not thinking logically. And NNP look as a clear indication that the morale of the NDC now is at a high. The confidence is at a high. You understand? They smell blood because they're coming up against a fragmented NNP party, weak leadership, no positive ideas that will attract the youths back to the New National Party because they spend too much time dealing with people, bad talking people, bad mouthing people, and not policy. Look how Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell always put himself on national television. He looked very dignified. The youths like him. Look how Kit Mitchell put himself. Always confrontational, always antagonistic, always quarreling, always opposing somebody. Bad example to the young people of this country. He cannot appeal to them. Once he faced the NNP, NNP continued to unravel. They had to face it. It's their choice. It's their choice. They have to stop discussing people and start discussing policy. That is the difference. The young people always eager to listen to Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell before they listen to Kit Mitchell. Because whatever promise he make to them, at least he give them hope. What hope Dr. Mitchell will give them when he always attacking people? When he always want to assassinate people's character? When he always wish the country break up for he to get back in power? People say, oh, like country, criticize the government, but give them praise for when they do something right. You have to take that position. You have to be more nationalistic. Show that you care. The country bigger than you, it's bigger than Dickon Mitchell. It's bigger than all of us. The country must come first, second, and third. You have to take that position. And you have to understand when people go to vote, you understand? They can't leave God as some kind of discarded old shoe in front of the police station. They're going to look at your moral position, what you stand for, how you treat people, how you treat your political opponent, how you treat your family. They will look at that. We're in a Christian society.
Yeah.
If your moral compass bust, You think people will go and vote for you?
Let's talk about the exodus of some strong key supporters that's leaving the party right now, and the reason and the reason, some of the reason behind it. What's your thoughts on that?
There is no hope. They feel Dr. Mitchell treat them, most of them, as commodities, and not as human beings. Disrespect them, and you cannot treat people as though they are insignificant. They are human beings. Give them respect. You cannot just marginalize. In the last convention, most of the deputy political leaders, they leave them out of the decision-making process. Most of the executive in St. Patrick's West, you leave them out. Most of the executive in St. Patrick's East, you leave them out. Most of the executive in Waljan constituency, you leave them out. Most of the executive in even Emlimpe constituency, you leave them out. But how you could do something like that? How you getting back to them? Because the people some of the people in Waljan constituency, they're still preparing their resignation. They're not going back in NNP. They may not go and join NDC, they may stay away. They might join, maybe Peter David organize a party, they may join him. Who knows? You understand? But they're not going back. And because you give them the hope, you treat them with scant courtesy, you don't respect the sacrifice they made over the years. You can't do that to people. You can't treat them as commodities. They are human beings, they are feeling. Everybody got the pride, they got the manhood. That is Dr. Mitchell. Is either you want to, if you is an asset, yes, he keep close to you. The day he convince you are a liability to him, and you're not supporting him, notwithstanding the amount of sacrifice you make for NNP over the years, he kick you in the sea. That is the problem.
What about the current state where I'm hearing there are allegations? Again, there are allegations, and you might be in a better position to clarify on these allegations. A certain member in St. Andrews constituency, her brother, who is campaigning against her.
Well, from day one, he was asking for democracy within the National Party. And he was telling his sister, look,
sister being
Kate Lewis.
Okay.
He was telling his sister, no way. People will tell them who to vote for in the convention. He will take an independent position. And he will not support Dr. Mitchell going forward. That message reached Dr. Mitchell. So he called on Kate Lewis to discipline her brother, to get her brother from refrains making those statements. So the man said, look, I'm a big man. You understand? In my opinion, Dr. Mitchell should stay away and don't compete. Neither we should allow him to dictate and direct to us who to vote for. It's a democratic process. So this internal feud within the family continue up till today. And it is rumored that he's a Peter David fan, but he still maintain a good relationship with some NDC people. I think he and Delma Thomas is fairly good friends, but that doesn't mean he's NDC. You understand? But he make it clear he will not be supporting the NNP come the next election. He make it clear.
Right.
So I just see people take his serious. The man is a big man, he's an independent man. And he really don't like the way the convention went, and he wouldn't be part of it.
Right. Let's divert a bit here and open up the phone lines to some of your calls. Guys, you're watching Ridealong Live. This is Kennedy Budlall, taking up the gloves. He had it on the last time, but Kennedy is totally rogue today, right? And we must keep disclaimer in. I'm not going to read it again, but you guys see it on the screen. The views expressed on this program is of the guests and not that of Ridealong Live. So let's open up the phone lines right now. We got a caller on the line. Caller, you're live. Where are you calling us from?
Hi, Junior, calling from Canada.
Canada, go right ahead.
Hello, good night. Kennedy, you know
Hello.
I'm scared of you. You know, you see how you unleash on Kit Mitchell tonight, eh? It's like you make everybody know Kit Mitchell dirty habit and his dirty ways. You know, make me really actually sit down here and I was thinking when you say about Kit Mitchell call you to do a job. And this is really, really disgusting of Kit Mitchell. Kit Mitchell could do a lot of crimes if he could call you to do that. But the thing what I don't like, that you were siding with him all along with it. You was siding with him where you could go and tell him about your vehicle, it's a mag vehicle, kind of stuff like that, and he was planning to take the money. So to me now, you make me think that you could have done a crime. But you could have stopped him at the same time.
If I wanted to do it, I was going to do it because I didn't want to do it. I don't feel it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, but then you go
Nobody can push me.
How he do. Yeah, but you see how he do he give you all this kind of information, you could have taken it and go to the cops with it. But you didn't.
No, the man was my friend.
So then your friend making you see how he was covering for your friend. So now you and his not friend, now you're unleashing on him. Right?
He chose not to be my friend.
No, hold on. It's not a bad thing you're doing. I'm glad you're doing it so that Grenada people could see how bad Kit Mitchell is. Because if you and him was friend and you could talk about your friend like that, then I hope Grenada people know that Kit Mitchell is a very dangerous guy. Thank you.
All right, thank you, caller. Thank you for calling. We have another caller on the line. Let's see. I think that caller is okay. That person call back. You care to further respond to what the caller was saying?
No, I have no apology for my being Kit Mitchell friend in the past.
Right. Okay. All right. We got another caller on the WhatsApp. Let's take that call on the WhatsApp. Hold on. Let me take this here. The calls are going. Caller, you live? Go right ahead.
Hey, good night, Junior.
Hi. Yes. Go ahead.
Hi, good night. Good night, KB.
Yeah. He said
Good night.
Go right ahead with your question because he can't.
Yes.
He can't hear.
KB.
You can't hear him. Yes. Go ahead. Just go ahead with your question, caller.
All right, KB. Now you know I'm your girl, and I did warn you about that situation, and you didn't listen to me. Now I want to know, since that I got picked up for the briefcase of money, what it is that I can do to able to get something from Kit for that.
I didn't know you get picked. I don't know you get picked up for a briefcase.
Well, and that caller hung up. KB, you know who that is? You know who that was?
I don't know. I have a lot of friends. I don't know them.
Okay. I don't know either. The person hung up. 718-701-5720. Let me see if I could bring in the next caller on the live. Caller, where are you calling us from?
Good evening. I'm calling from Grenada.
Grenada, go right ahead.
Yes. Good night, Mr. Kennedy Budlall. The question I want to ask though is, Kit Mitchell is a little short man. And I'm wondering, what about Kit Mitchell? I didn't hear the first part of your program, so if you have said it, forgive me. But I'm wondering now, what about this little short man that could actually bring people down to their knees? What about him that he has that can bring people down to their knees? Sorry if you had said it before. Good night.
Okay, thank you, caller. Yeah.
Power? Power? Because Kit Mitchell had a lot of power. He had political power.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that is without power, he can't bring nobody to their knees. But once he have power, he's capable of bringing some people, not everybody, some people to their knees. It's all about power.
All right. Let's go back to the phone line. We got another caller on the line. Caller on the phone line, go right ahead.
Hi, Junior.
Hi.
Hi, good night. Good night to you, Mr. Kibby.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor, caller. Do me a favor if you can. To turn down your background, your TV, or what you're watching us on in the background there. I'm getting a feedback.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you hearing me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Go right ahead.
Better?
Yes.
Okay, right. Good night to you and good night to Mr. Kibby. Okay, so I'm listening to Mr. Kibby. I know that he's accepting that he made some mistake in the past, but I can see that how passionate he is about the things that he have done wrong, and I think he regrets as what had happened. However, I am glad that he's exposing Kit Mitchell leanings, dirty leanings, I would say, excuse my language, because we all have to know what type of person Kit Mitchell is. And I mean, from day to day, persons keep on saying what type of person Kit Mitchell is. Look, Kit Mitchell just give Miss Pierre the leader. She was not elected by the people. She was elected. Look what he did to Peter David. You understand? Despite Peter David had left the NDC, or I don't know what really happened, but I mean, he went to the NNP, and then I know Peter David helped NDC. He went overseas and he did help NNP, sorry. And look how he was being treated, you know? So God doesn't like ugly. So I agree, Mr. Budlall, expose him. But Mr. Budlall, may you ask God for forgiveness, whatever you have done, and may you move on. But let people know what type of person we are dealing with. Thank you.
Thank you so much, caller.
Yeah, but I have no apology for supporting Kit Mitchell in the past. I just want to let you know that, because he did good for the country.
Right. Okay, guys, 718-701-5720. You're watching Ride Along Live, and we're taking your call. If you want to call on the direct phone line, you could call 718-701-5720, or on WhatsApp. You could call the same number. We did have a little bit of breakdown on a WhatsApp call. We just turned back on the WhatsApp phone. So if you call in right now, you may not be getting us, but we'll fix that in a quick second. Should be up and running in a couple seconds. You guys could resume the call on the WhatsApp. Speaking live here with Kennedy Budlall on this exclusive ride-along conversation. Just see. All right, we're connected back on the phone lines. Connected back on that phone line. Okay, so I could get this caller back up. Caller, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I could connect back straight into the system. Stand by. Okay, there we go. Stand by, caller. All right, caller, go right ahead. I'll try to fix the line shortly.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening. KB, good evening. How you going?
He says he's fine. Go ahead, caller.
When you are loyal to a friend, all of us know that. You keep a lot of the secrets. You know, but there comes a time when you have to let go, when it's overbearing, when it's too much, when you cannot sleep, when a lot of things happening, you have to unleash. So, KB, I'm very proud of you tonight. All of us make mistakes. All of us say things. But I'm very proud that we're getting to see the true picture of what Kit Mitchell is all about. Thank you, KB.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got another caller on the phone lines. Let's go back to that caller. Fast and furious. Caller, live, where are you calling us from?
Yes, Junior. How you doing, Junior?
Doing great, doing great. Where are you calling us from?
Miami.
Miami, Florida. Yes, go right ahead.
Yes. Okay, my question is very simple. What was your breaking point to take the gloves off tonight?
What is your question?
What was your breaking point to take the gloves off tonight?
My breaking point is when he called police for me, because I was on junior program and junior judge was pressuring me to throw him under the bus, and I refused. But after he get police for me, I decided I would take the glove off. It's clearly. And I said, if you have a woman and she threw your clothes out in the street and she called police for you, she can't tell you which other woman to go to bed with you. That's a no-no. And that is Kit Mitchell. He get police for me. He must develop some kind of hate for me, for he to get police for me. And seeing that I was protecting him all the time. And I've never seen a man could be so careless. After the Belma thing is 22 years ago. 42 years ago, 42 years ago. He decided to resurrect it to see if he could embarrass me. And I still did not want to go after him. But he go as far as getting police for me. So I have to take off the glove. I would not turn the other cheek and rule over just so. How he want to protect, the same way he want to protect his character. It is my duty to protect mine.
Very true.
So I took off the glove.
Right. Thank you, caller. Thank you for your call.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Right along live. We're live here exclusively with Kennedy Budlall, and we're taking your calls on the phone line and also on the WhatsApp 718-701-5720. Kennedy, looking at the progress or the action or inaction by the current administration, right? What's your take? What do you rate them? What are some of the good and bad from your perspective?
Well, yeah, Mr. Daniel, I was asked that question some time ago by my friend Francis Pierre on a scale 1 to 10. How would I rate the National Democratic Congress? And when I said, look, I'll give them a 6. Some people, what? You give them a pass? I say, yes, we voted, the people of this country voted a young, inexperienced bunch into government. Some of them never had a job before, had no experience, no connection internationally. And Grenada still is a relatively peaceful place. They pay the pension, they pay teachers their money. You understand? Look, the police all smiling, pay and grade, they love that. They put an extra $50 on the poor people money. You understand? And a few little rainbow dressing. But the most important thing, significant achievement of this government was to settle all the industrial dispute with the majority of trade union for 3 years. Never before in the history of this country you have peace with trade union for such a long time. In the revolution, we had problem with trade union. In Blaise time, problem with trade union. NDC time with Nazimburg, problem with trade union. Even with Kit Mitchell, problem with trade union. But surprising, somebody, the NDC had that wisdom to make sure they settle all the dispute for 3 years. Will give them peace, healthy industrial peace. For 3 years, that's a significant achievement. Look, man, it's so embarrassing when a member of parliament used to get $1,200 a month, even though you're on the opposition side or your government and your own ministry, you're getting $1,200 a month. Your driver getting $2,000. Honorable Kit Mitchell said that is Honorable Mitchell, Deacon Mitchell said that is an embarrassment. He gave the opposition now $5,000 and give them an extra $10,000. So if anybody in the constituency falls sick, want medication, they could write a check. And he planning also to give them proper facilities, parliamentary facilities, and give them a new vehicle and a driver to do the work. Not one NNP say thanks. Not one. I listen to them in parliament. You may not like Deacon Mitchell, but how could you ignore his concern for parliamentarian, politician is human being like anybody else? You can't pay a parliamentarian $6,000-7,000 when the permanent secretary working for $10,000. That's an embarrassment. Honorable Deacon Mitchell saw the need to help parliamentarian. All of them who walk out, they get an extra $10,000 a month to help the constituency. They get in the $5,000. Dr. Michelle tell them, don't take it. What they needed, they take it. He could do without it. So you have on a scale from 1 to 10, I'll still give them a credit. I'll give them a pass. I don't campaigning for an NDC, you know, me no NDC, but I'm just giving them credit.
Right. Well, let me. You may feel good. You may feel good about this next statement, right? So we are on, and Faith just have it that we are on simultaneously on another broadcast that's happening, right? So Dr. Mitchell, if you put this program split screen with what's happening with the other broadcast that's happening right now, you are tripling, quadrupling the broadcast, the numbers. It seems like more people are interested in what you have to say right now than what Dr. Mitchell and the broadcast has to say. How do you feel about that? I mean, this has to make you feel like important, I guess, because you are able to mask up on Facebook, YouTube, almost 2,000 views. You're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the other platforms, and you are 4 times the amount of views. How do you feel about that?
It's because people, Dr. Mitchell just cannot appeal to Grenadian people anymore. They get fed up with him. He cannot inspire nobody anymore. People don't take what he say for granted. They don't feel for him anymore. No matter what he say, no matter what he do, they see him as being expired. They see him as a tired old politician. That is how they see. This is how they see bunch of NNP. They're tired. Lack of ideas. They cannot inspire anybody. They spend too much time on people and not policies. So I wouldn't surprise if people don't pay attention to what he says. You don't surprise me. Look at the people who follow him. Look at the people. It's difficult for you to get young people to go along with it. Most of the NNP is telling me, KB, we have problem getting our children to vote for NNP. All the years they vote in NNP, but difficult to get their own children in the NNP home to vote for NNP because the leadership is not inspiring. They don't say anything that appeal to the young people, and they would not change their ways. Listen to them. Listen to them. More people they cussing, they're going to cuss. That shows is Honorable Deacon Mitchell and the Speaker of the House, they're going to cuss in Bujeju.
Yeah. You know, we have a few more calls going still, guys. 718-701-5720. Taking some more calls here, but I can't go any further without asking about the situation that happened in Parliament there. What's your take on it with the Speaker, the closing of the debate and the interjection and Dr. Mitchell's behavior in Parliament?
A bit annual, though I condemn Dr. Mitchell's behavior, but blame ought to be placed on Dr. Mitchell and Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. Parliament is the most important thing. They cannot leave Parliament without indicating to the Speaker of the House of the rearbound. It looked too bad. The Speaker of the House have to take a recess to go and look for Dr. Mitchell and the Prime Minister to come and make the contribution. This is crazy. The Speaker of the House should allow Mr. Canwall to close the debate and leave out the two Mitchell, Dr. Mitchell and Honorable Deacon Mitchell. How they could treat Parliament with such contempt? When for Honorable Deacon Mitchell to speak, you can find him. When for Keith Mitchell to speak, you can find him. This is an embarrassment. It's like children coming late from school. You okay if you come late to school? It's okay if you just walk out of school, out of class, because Dr. Mitchell and have a habit of just leaving and going. He come only and just walk out and walk in. You understand? That is the kind of example we show to young people. So I think both Dr. Mitchell and the Prime Minister, partly responsible. But that will give Dr. Mitchell the right to behave how he behaved. He was well within his right to question the procedure, well within his right. But to behave how he behaved, I mean, it's so embarrassing. It shows that he don't have no class. You understand? I feel so ashamed for myself, regardless what you think about the speaker. If some people have the opinion, the job is too big for the speaker. But still the speaker has that power, have that right to dictate and to decide. You understand? Though he have the laws governing, but who to speak first and who to speak last?
Yeah.
He has that right. So Dr. Mitchell shouldn't be arguing with him and speaking over him. He was given the opportunity to speak to this nation. He should seize it because he wanted to speak, not to make confusion. We wanted to hear Dr. Mitchell speak, see if he could bore holes in the budget. But he preferred to make confusion. Even when the Prime Minister said, look, he's willing to stand by and allow the Dr. Mitchell from St. George's Northwest, the representative, to make his contribution. Dr. Mitchell should seize the opportunity and speak, because he went out to speak. We wanted to hear if he could bore holes into the budget. But for his own selfish, narrow political agenda, maybe he wanted attention, he wanted to make noise, and he looks so bad. It looks so bad for him.
Let's take another call.
Whatever little right he have, he diminish. Yeah.
Let's take a quick call on the phone line. Caller on the direct phone line. I see you caller on the WhatsApp. Hold on one second. Let's go to the caller on the phone line. Caller on the phone line, go right ahead. Hello? Caller on the phone line, are you there? All right, they're listening to us on the TV and listening for the prompt, so they're going to have to call back. Let's go to the WhatsApp. Caller, you live on the WhatsApp? Go right ahead.
Yeah. I have a question for this man.
Yes.
He's been in this politics for so many years. Since I know myself as a child, I know him. And ever since I know him, he's always been on the wicked side. He have never been on the good side for Grenada. So my question is birds of all feathers flock together, right? Is he now going to be a different bird? That's my question to him, because I remember his name. He's been in the courthouse with innocent Belma killing. He's been questioned. He's been against the revolution. I just want to know where he stands at this point, because now it seems that, like, when the revolution was over, when my uncle died, all of a sudden he pulled himself out. I want to know that if he always pulled himself out when the evil starts shedding. That's all I want to know.
All right, caller.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Listen to his response on the live.
I want to respond to that caller. I could have remained in that revolution and so cast. I didn't have no, for some reason, I must go against Bishop and Cordial. I could just remain there and tolerate everything, like anybody else. I had a choice. If I wanted to go to die with Bishop on the foot, that was my choice. If I wanted to go to prison with Bernard Code, that was my choice, but I chose not. So I was accused for counter-revolutionary activities, and I was put in prison. I don't have no problem with that. I turned against them, they put me in jail, that's okay. I then joined the New National Party with Howard Blaze, and I feel he was time to go, and the right person to support was Kit Mitchell. I support Dr. Mitchell. And if I feel Dr. Mitchell deviate from the correct path, my duty, I don't sign no contract with Dr. Mitchell. I'll leave him and I go and join NDC. And if, in my opinion, I didn't satisfy with the way Tillman and them handle the situation, after I warned them, look, man, You must put in place that right kind of modus operandi to cover abuses and to settle dispute. Otherwise, this thing going up in chaos. This was one of the most fatal flaws of the revolution. Things was done in an arbitrary way, which caused the death of Bishop and Norrisbane and all of them. And one NDC, please don't allow that to happen till you put the right kind of modus operandi in place. Otherwise, you all go do things in an arbitrary way and break up the party. The other day, after NNP lost, Kit Mitchell called me down into a special political retreat. And I warned him again. I said one of the most fatal flaws of the revolution, the failure to put in place the right kind of modus operandi to avoid people doing things in an arbitrary way. NDC did it, and he sent them 10 years in the political wilderness. So I'm warning you, Dr. Mitchell, don't make that mistake. Put the right kind of modus operandi in place to cover abuses and to settle dispute, to prevent things being done in an arbitrary way. He say he take note, but he do exactly. He make the same mistake the revolution make. He say same mistake Tillman and they make. Things was done in an arbitrary way. And look at the NDC, look at the NNP today. So when I move out, I wasn't sorry I move out. I could easily fold my arms and go along with the status quo. But if I feel they're going on a slippery trail, no, I don't go on no precipice with politician, you know. As I see they deviate from the correct path, I jump, you know. Them alone must go on any precipice. I don't go no precipice with them. So you could call me opportunist. You could call me how you want. That decision is mine. Who want to die with code and who want to go to jail with code, they're free to do that. Who wanted to die with Bishop on the code, they're free. But don't tell me I have to go on the same path again. You understand? So I will always take my independent position. And I have no apology for nothing for my position. No apology for turning against the revolution. No apology for turning against Blaze. No apology for turning against Kit Mitchell. No apology for leaving the NDC. No apology.
Right. Kennedy, a lot was said here today. I'm sure you know that tomorrow will be a hate KB day. I watched the program right after we did it last time, and this certain radio announcer said that what you spoke was complete nonsense and totally irrelevant, right? That's how we preface his conversation. Totally irrelevant. Yet, that said broadcaster who spent a lot of time sometimes criticizing me for even when I'm just doing my little program here, he spent his whole entire program talking about the program. So tomorrow...
Well, let me give a joke about that radio announcer. Right? Sometimes ago, right, I called him and I said to him, I have something to say to you. You apply, you carry me in the villa to show me a unit you apply for. Unit number 1 in the Chinese building in the villa. But Dr. Mitchell told Delma Thomas and Anthony Boson not to give you no house because you live a bad life. You understand? So I said, well, he said you should stay on the street. So I called my friend Andre Donald and I tell him that. I say, Andre, look what Kit Mitchell say about you.
We don't want to give extra promotion.
No, I'm giving him a name. I said, look what your own friend Kit Mitchell. He say you live a bad life. Don't give you no house. You should stay on the street. He tell me the night you don't sleep. I say, you can't sleep. How you go sleep? When Kit Mitchell said that about you? I say, if you believe he's on the Deacon or Peter David, only Delma you wash him out on. Joke you making, even you, Andre Donald. Andre Donald tell me you don't sleep the night. At first, he's studying what Kit Mitchell say about him. So let him beat it, took his upon any man, and that's nothing. I expect him. And I deliberately calling him to remind him what I told him, Kit Mitchell say, don't give him no house because he live a bad life. Let him stay on the street. So Andre Donald, you hear what I said? So you, permission is granted for you to beat up on me in the morning. You go right ahead.
I think we just gave him 2 or 3 more views to add to his 4 or 5 views. think he's now gonna have 12 views. I mean, come on.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I'm glad I raised the pressure anyway. If the pressure raised, I'm glad.
Well, listen, guys. KB, anything else you would like to say? Well, hold on. Before you say anything else, I have to preface it again. I have to say it again. I have to make sure everybody understands that the views and opinion expressed on this program by the guests tonight, particularly of any sensitive nature, any sensitive topic, are solely those of the guests. It does not reflect that of the views, opinion, policies of Ridealong Live, its management, its advertisers, affiliates. And Ridealong Live, you know, we are committed to providing a platform where we have open dialogue while maintaining neutrality on everyone's opinion shared. We encourage everyone, guys, to do your research, do your own research on every one of the topics here. Don't take everything at face value, right? We respect a difference of perspective. We have to make sure that this is very clear. Before you say anything else, let's take this last caller. Caller, you're the final caller for the night. Caller, you live.
Good evening. Yeah, all listeners. Good night. I'm kind of the same person as you. I'm a very plain speaker. But what I want to I want you to be cautious, because just as you exposed the man, he may be coming for you. So don't eat and drink from nobody, and make sure you watch your steps. All the best.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller.
Thank you very much. But I don't think they will go down that road.
Uh-huh.
I don't think. This country is a God-fearing country, and you may have a little hiccup now and then, but I don't think they will go down that road. So, you know, I wouldn't allow anybody to spoil my joy.
Yeah.
You know, and thank you for having me right along. I enjoy the program. At least you allow me to ventilate. And what I said, may hope it wasn't malicious, it wasn't spiteful, but I say it in the interest of the country and the new national party, you know, and everybody. I have no hate in me, but I love saying it as it is. I love being frank, bold, outspoken. You know, and I feel Grenadian must take that position. Don't allow fear to keep you from saying as it is. That is only how we could build a country. The word toleration must mean something to us. When I went to NDC rally, we say, hey, KB, what you doing here? I said, no, I have more friends in NDC than anywhere else. I look, my friends come to socialize and to listen, to see for myself, to observe, so I can make the correct analysis. When NNP have the function, I'll go. You understand? I'll compare the Peter David Town Hall, the NNP rally, and the NDC rally. You know? And I take it from there, and I hope everybody see it that way and see poverty as your enemy, not NDC, not NNP, but see poverty as your enemy. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I did say that's the last caller, but someone called, and I just have to get that last final call, and then we wrap it up. Caller, you live, where are you calling us from?
Canada.
Canada, go right ahead.
What the gentleman is talking about tonight, it's very good. If everyone could do like him, it would be a better place, a better world to live in.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
KB, we'll talk again, my brother. Be safe.
All right, anytime.
All right. All right.
All right, take care of this.
I prepare for tomorrow.
Oh, permission granted.
All right, we keep in touch, KB.
Okay, all right. Then.
Yeah. Ridealong Live. Wow. 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 And wow. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What else can I say? Wow. You know, Ridealong Live is a platform, right? From inception, from the first day, we always say that everyone have a story to tell. And we always open the platform to hear everyone's view. They might be contrasting views to what KB ventilated here today, right? And we always advocate for that, right? We still do. We still open the platform for this engagement and this conversation. So if anyone in the opposition, Dr. Keith, we open the platform for everyone and anyone to come on the platform and let us have this conversation. There might be something that you want to contrast. Let's say your views. That's what the program, that's what the platform is all about. We have a call. Let's go take this call. Call on the phone line. Go right ahead.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm talking about I see that guy KB. Ask me if you remember about Santa and them guys that they killing them cooking.
Right. So no, he off now. He off now. All right. All right. Thank you, caller. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Ridealong Live, where everyone has a story to tell, and that's what we're all about. That's why this platform was created, to give everyone the opportunity to share their views, to share what there might be success, there might be victory stories. We want to hear it, and we want you to do it as well. Take advantage of this opportunity live. All right, guys. So let me tell you really quickly again, guys. We are happy and proud to announce the launch of just another addition to our ride family. So we have the tuk-tuk. First, we started with the e-bike, and of course, we tremendously successful with Ride e-bike. Of course, you guys know about the tuk-tuk. Yeah, you guys know about the tuk-tuk. If you don't know about the tuk-tuk, then where you been, right? The tuk-tuk has taken off like no other, guys. It's crazy busy, always on the street, tours, operation, we're doing well. We also launched a ride on the water, where you could ride on the water. But we also have the donut boat, the donut boat. Wow, the donut boat is an amazing addition to the ride as well. But we are happy, guys, to announce this one here, Ride Taxi. So we have a fleet of minibuses, minivans, to take you any place you want to go in style, AC condition, island tour, what have you. So we welcome the newest addition to the ride. This is the Ride minivan, a whole fleet of Toyota Noahs, guys. Brand new Toyota Noahs on the fleet. Welcome our new fleet of Ride minivans.
Feel the vibe, amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people.
And guys, if you want to book a tuk-tuk tour, or if you have a group that you want to take an island tour, what have you, give Ride a call today. The number that you go to the website. Go to the website, guys. Very easy. Go to ride.gd and book your tour. That's ride.gd. That's ryde.gd and book your tour right now. It might be an e-bike excursion. A group, you want to take them out on an e-bike excursion? Call right now and book. It's Ride Excursion. We'll be right back.
Global love taking flight. Every ride is shared tonight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy and with such ease. Ride along.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk-Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk-Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Yeah, guys. Again, don't forget that if you look in the book, a minivan or SUV, you got to call Ride. Now offering island-wide tour with our brand new fleet of Toyota Noahs. All right. Also, we do airport pickup and a whole lot more. Coming to Grenada, you need to get picked up from the airport. You need to go on an island tour. You need to take the family out. Say a Sunday, you want to go to the beach. Whatever it is, guys. Give us a call. We'll gladly take you there. Whether it's tuk-tuk, e-bike, and now our SUVs. Yeah, man. Batty, and I got to give bicycle riding class. We do that all the time. If you want to learn how to ride the e-bike, no problem. Come on to the kiosk and learn how to ride a bike. That's fine. It's great. Guys, let me tell you something. Be good. Be good in your heart, right? In everything that you do, be good. Be good. Because it always comes down. Karma is a bitch, eh? I remember one time, this one fella used to be my friend. And this one fella, I remember he went on his social media page and he said something like, let's hit him in the pocket. You know, encouraging his supporters. Let's hit him in the pocket. Let's hit him where it really hurt, in the pocket. Advocating that folks don't support our ventures. Me personally, because he may have difference of opinion with me. Right? And the first thing the man could think about, a fellow Grenadian, you know, he went and told somebody who is actually trying to be in politics, trying to actually run for a political seat. He went and tell his supporters, let's hit me in the pocket where it hurt most. Right? And about 5 people like his post. Right? And that never affected the growth and the progress of this little company that started off as a little television show, a little Facebook program that started in my car. Now we are a movement. The riders are a global movement from Ghana to Australia. It's a global movement. And karma is now biting this individual. Because had it been different, I probably could have given him a little plug and probably he could have win a seat. But no. All I'm saying, guys, be good. Oh, gosh, be good. Don't wish bad on nobody. Don't wish bad on nobody. Because once somebody's blessed, there's nothing you could do to take away that blessing. Once somebody's blessed, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, there's nothing that you could do to change that reality. Don't bad mind nobody. It just turn around and bite you. Yes, it's turn around and bite you. Be good. Be good. Be good. As I say, be good, everybody. and you will experience success and happiness like you've never experienced before. People will just give you things. People will just support you. You would just be rising all the time. There would be no obstacle in your way because you just good heart, pure. When you in people's presence, they like to be in your presence. You make friends easily. Otherwise, when your heart is contaminated with hate and envy and all of this nastiness, it shows on your face, man. Yeah, it resonates. It shows you. Somebody could walk a mile from you and say that that's a negative person over there. Don't be negative. Be nice. Be nice. Yeah. Thank you for being a part of Riders platform. We're also going to tell you guys that this year we're on the road. You know, Riders sister company for Carnival time, because we don't only talk serious issues. We actually have a lot of fun. So Carnival time, we have a Monday night mass band called Amazing Colors. It's Ride Amazing Colors. And this year we're on the road for Spice Mass. And get this, we ain't wasting no time. Packages go on sale next week. Period. And mark my word that the Riders Amazing Colors will be one of the biggest band on the road this year. Mark my word. So if you're coming to Grenada and you want to be a part of the fun side of what we do, you want to play Monday Night Mass with Amazing Colors, packages go on sale next week. So we ain't playing. So when packages go on sale, you guys, patronize, buy your package early. And we have some other new things coming up as well. Really nice stuff, interesting stuff for Spice Mass. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program today. We appreciate you. We love you. Ridealong Live, the #1 platform for everything. Just #1. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Kirk Sitahal is live from 6:30 a.m. with a Wake Up Club. And tomorrow he have Daisy Hazard, who is his guest on the platform. Join Kirk Sitahal tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. a.m. Right here on Ridealong Live. Good night, and catch you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Making waves across the seas, love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please, bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong.
Are you looking to take your business or event to the next level? Advertise on Ridealong Live and reach over 10 million viewers worldwide every month. With a global audience tuning in for the latest news, entertainment, and culture, your message will get the exposure it deserves. Don't miss the opportunity to showcase your brand to a diverse and engaged audience. Ridealong Live, where the world watches and your business grows. Contact us today to get started.
Ride along live, worldwide. Feel the beat, feel the vibe. Amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people we shine. Giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong.
Ridealong Live.
Feel the light, global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas, love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please, bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance.